Here we are. We are on what's called the Pidcock Trail. It's named after a Revolutionary War soldier who's buried not too far from here. I'm kind of near Washington's Crossing, near the Delaware River. There's a big tower over here. It's called the Bowman's Tower. Somewhere in these woods, Washington and his troops camped right before they did that river crossing over in Delaware. I mean, over into New Jersey. It is, dude, I don't know if you could tell, but it is, I'm high up in this mountain or hill, and this trail, you can see how it's lined with these rocks. They have warnings before you go on it. It was like, yo, you better know how to hike, and you better have a pair of boots. And I don't have either. I don't know. I know how to walk, which is pretty much what hiking is. But it's unleveled ground. There's tree roots. And it does look like if you fall, you'll fall off the edge of a mountain. So that's far enough for me. So what we're going to do today, you see right here, the leaves are different colors, cuz. You can see it right there. The leaves are changing color. And every October, I come to this area, Washington Crossing, the Bowman's Tower, and I do this for you, the viewer. Not for me, because I'm colorblind. Well, I mean, I can see that this leaf's yellow, but I can't really tell when leaves change colors. It's kind of rocky right here. Good thing I'm wearing boots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the top of this tower. I think it's 7 stories high, and you go on the roof, and I will stand there for about 2 minutes just to take pictures for you, the viewer. So please subscribe. Please hit like, because I don't like heights, but I do like views. So when you get to this trail, the Pidcock Trail, yo, cuz this is a medium hard trail. They got slippery leaves, cuz they have uneven surfaces. It also, it starts with a grave. And right here lied buried Jonathan Pidcock, a soldier of the Revolution. Anki, his wife, and other families of the Pidcock family are buried here. And this plot was put there, or this marker, in 1938 by his family. This is the picnic grove of Bowman's Hill. This is pretty nice. Again, somewhere around here, this is where George Washington camped with his people before they went to the camp at Washington's Crossing. They got little barbecue grills here. Now, these are like the nicest grills I've ever... I wonder if they were ever even used. Look how nice they look. And we are now coming up to the tower, which was, I think it was built by the park rangers of this area. They built this watchtower. And the reason why they built it, well, one, you could check out the spot where Washington camped, but also tourism. Makes tourists come here. All right, we are now in Bowman's Hill Tower. And this commemorates the crossing of the Delaware. And we can also celebrate the many years the elevator, which is right here, has been broken. I think this is the 3rd year in a row. Play the music. All right, these are the last steps. the only person up here. Oh, it sucks. It sucks being up here. I don't know if you guys can hear the wind. Oh, I'm going to get this corner, and I'm going to get the hell out of here. Oh. All right, that's enough. I'll go over here. Yeah, the clouds are fantastic up here. All right, we'll do one more. I think this is the shot. You come right here, you turn. My biggest fear is dropping. Oh, the door moved. Down there is where the Delaware River is. You go down there a little bit more. That's where Washington set up tent for the crossing. All right. Yeah, so I think I was up here for a total of 3 minutes. It cost $7 to come up here. Yeah, I feel okay. I'm standing inside this doorway, and I'm okay here. But stepping on the roof, when you can feel the wind, it blows. We'll do it one more time. So when I get the trees, you see how the trees are changing color? Can you hear that wind? All right, you get it, right? The trees are changing. Now, let's begin the long walk down. There's the broken elevator. Yeah, they used to give you these stickers that you climb the tower, and then they're all in here. This tower was built in 1930. Josh Fisher was the governor. I don't know any of these names. Washington and his men camped here in the month of December of 1776 on the west bank of the Delaware River within the shadow of Bowman's Hill. Washington and his general had their headquarters and their continental encampment here. You could also just stand at the foot of the tower and you could see the pretty trees. Up there is just scary. All right. So when you go up the Bowman's Tower, be prepared. You're going to have to walk up 125 steps, and the elevator is broken. Yeah, so you're like 500 feet in the air up there because you're on top of a mountain. But 125 steps, 10 stories high. Terrifying. All right, let's get down. Let's get a little bit lower. And the elevator has been broken for a while. They are waiting for the state to pass a budget to get the elevator fixed. And the state government, the local government, they're politicians, so they can't talk about anything. So it's going to be broken forever. Yeah, the drive down isn't as steep as the drive up. They have signs saying you can't ride your bike up here. But I think it would be, you would go so fast going down. I don't know how you would get up. It's so steep. But heard he has a postcard, hon. This bridge you take right here goes right over to New Jersey. We're not going to go all the way over. We're just going to walk a little bit. It's a very small bridge. See how close these cars? It's very tight. Speed limit's 15 miles per hour. Actually, you probably get a better view of the trees, and you might get a better view on this bridge than you do on that tower. I feel like these boards are... Ooh. Going to go a little bit. We're not going to go too far. I have I don't know if I mentioned my fear of heights. Also, when I get in places like this, you know, my anxiety, I always worry about dropping my camera and like it falling down a hole like that. We got it. This is a good view. Man, that's beautiful. It's pretty as a postcard. And there's the other side. We're going to be going over there real quick. That's the Washington Crossing Visitor Center. Wow, we are in a drought. We are in a major drought. I'll show you that in a second. Good Lord. Hello, friend. There's a red light here at this bridge. Oh, they're telling this guy his RV's too big. He can't cross over. Uh-oh. Yeah, traffic's all backed up. Got to make a U-turn. No, no one's behind you, cuz, except for the mile of traffic. Ooh. There's a lot of pressure. This is going to be a while. We're going to keep walking. So this shows the map of what Washington and his men did. They pretty much what they did is they didn't take Christmas off, and they crossed the river and they walked into Trenton and they attacked the mercenaries, the Hessian mercenaries that were camped out in Trenton. And if you go here, this is the size of the boats or ships that Washington and his men used. It's called the Durham boat. And they're pretty big, and if you see the river, when we go back down, we'll look at the river. It's not as wide as it is in other locations in Philadelphia, like Pennsylvania. It's why one of the reasons why they picked this area. Look at that. They got the oars. Now the guy is driving in reverse. Well, it's good. If he hits my car, I can at least witness it. They got him through. That guy is a good reverser. He drove pretty far. All right. Back there is the blacksmith shop. And I think they do demonstrations in here. One of the, so this is run by the state park. It's not federally run, so this place is open during the government shutdown. This house was under renovation for, I don't know, I guess I started coming here like 5-6 years ago. And they put in this brand new garden. And I came here just in time to see everything dead. How exciting. Yeah, I think this is the garden that was built not too long ago. Oh, they got a pumpkin. How exciting. What an exciting time to be alive. Look, the traffic is completely backed up the entire length of the bridge. Oh, it's a nightmare. I got to call KYW. That's a local news station. I got to let them know. Traffic's backed up on that little bridge near Washington Crossing. Well, I was saying, Pennsylvania, we got a little bit of a drought going on. Man, I feel like this drought's been going on for a while. Right down here is a dock. And the dock isn't even in the water. It's like a floating dock right there. See that dock? Last time I came, it was sort of floating in the river. But now, it must be super low tide and we're in a drought. Over there is New Jersey. There is a historic home across the river. And there's a gigantic park. If you're into like riding bikes or e-scooters, they have the Delaware River Canal Trail, and I think it's on both sides. Oh, I'm not sure if it's on both sides. There are many bike trails around here. I have a new e-bike. A company mailed me an e-bike to give it a review, and I'm having a problem with one of the parts. So I can't give it a good review because it doesn't work that great. And there, you got George Washington up on a column. And you have the 13 colony flags with the American flag flying here. And if you go in here, this is the visitor center. They got a cannon. Fire! It's open Monday through Sunday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. There you go, there's a picture of George Washington. This cannon was made for Frederick the Great back in 1745. And now it's sitting in the corner of a place in Pennsylvania. Every Christmas they recreate their crossing of the river, and they get all these guys to dress up and they go across the river in a boat. Look how full the boats are. It's too many people for me. This is a gift from Lafayette himself to the United States. If you haven't seen Hamilton, Lafayette has a song. Oh no, the auditorium's closed. Usually if you go in here, they'll have a movie playing talking about the crossing of the Delaware River. They have the painting, this very, very famous painting of Washington crossing the Delaware River. This is what the tents looked like back in the day. Just a piece of cloth and a stick and some tin cups. You go back here, this is like what a hospital bed would look like. And these are the tools of the trade, because we got a hacksaw, a knife, and of course, a jug of leeches. And here's a photograph of what the Delaware River looks like when it's frozen over. It's like big chunks of ice. So those big boats, they kind of, push the ice aside. It's a pain to cross, but it's not impossible to cross, which is obvious because I'm here talking about how they crossed the river and killed the Hessians. So reproduction of the sword Washington had. There's an outfit that's it's not mentioned in the sign, so we don't know what this is. But that dresser is from 1799 back there. It's kind of modern looking. Fire! Huh. I gotta do the Christmas thing when they do the crossing. I say that every year. But maybe this year is the year. It's just, you know, they do it like 2 weeks before Christmas. They have people dress up and they go across the river. But they also do it on Christmas Day. And one of the things I always hear about the event is that the traffic is a nightmare. And I don't know about you, but traffic is my kryptonite. They have parking over here. And there's a big park over there. I think they play soccer. General Mercer Road. Yeah, if you got a dog, it's a great place to walk a dog. Hey, you can charge your electric vehicle. They got 2-hour parking for your electric vehicle right there. All the streets are named after old generals. And you gotta, every time I come here, I always go to the George Washington, or the Washington Crossing restaurant, the Washington Crossing Inn. They have, not this place, this is someone's house. Could you imagine living here? That's awesome. Like, they don't have to worry about parking on Christmas Day. They just go out their front door. Or, wouldn't it be ironic that they don't care about history and they just live here? Yeah, I think the best statue in this whole area is the statue at the inn here. Not exactly life size, because we see how big those Durham boats are. It's about 3 times the size of the boat pictured in this statue. And this statue of Washington crossing the Delaware was a gift from Bedford, Indiana, given to the citizens of the United States, July 5th, 1976. And it's sitting here. Not too far from the Delaware River. This is the Washington Crossing Inn. Looks like they do outdoor events. Baby showers, I don't know. Checking out the sign from the Washington Crossing Inn. Right there. It's a pretty nice looking building. And we're going to cross the street. I think it's like a pottery kiln. Oh, is kiln the word? I'm not sure if that's the right word. But what they do is they bake the pottery in this thing. I don't want to get too technical. And they used to make pottery in here. I started coming around here when I started doing YouTube. Maybe like 4 years or 3 years into my YouTube, I started exploring outside of Philly. And this is one of the first stops. And there was somebody, when I first was coming here, who was making pottery. And then I think they were getting ready to retire, and they were looking for somebody to take over. And none of the houses are here. Nothing is here from the time that Washington was here. I think there was a ferry that went across the Delaware here. But I think that's it. I don't think there's an actual building from that time. Uh-oh. I don't think that truck was around then either. All right, well, that's it. That's what we did at Washington Crossing today. We went up to the tower. We saw traffic on the bridge. We took a look at the old buildings. And da 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 da.